So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker out there with Dunn. And it's Durant. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward spot. And for the Clippers, the guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3. The small forward. All right, Brent, a fresh season of NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
Now, here is O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Launches it. 6 on the shot clock. O'Neal misses. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. And here's Leonard from 3. Powell kicks to Leonard. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now, he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. Devin will have our total focus as well. Devin?
All right, David, thanks. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Harden gets the bucket.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Booker against Jones. Three-pointer. Booker's shot is good. Booker's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Zubac with the screen for Harden. Banked in off the glass.
Just simply creating offense. That's what James Harden is. He is the system.
Booker with it. 5 points in the game. Durant with a screen on Jones. Outside, KD. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Booker after the made shot from Norman Powell. Booker with it. Zubac defending. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to Denver. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac, a screen on KD. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over. Look at KD, mid-range jumper. It's automatic.
Powell sets a screen for Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 5.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
To the inside. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's the kind of play you put on repeat. Just go back to Booker in the pick and roll.
Powell with a screen on Katie. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And here's Jones. Harden kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Harden. Here's Zubac. Nobody near Leonard. Drills it from outside. He's got 8.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Booker against Jones. Pulls it from the elbow. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
And we're pretty deep into his career, but James Harden's still showing that burst.
Booker with no one around. They get it again. O'Neal kicks to Dunn. They need this. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And he sinks the second. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Booker with a deep 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Durant against Leonard. And Kawhi drives. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Leonard with a screen on Booker. Foul for 3. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Zubac does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
Booker, oh, wow! Booker with a big jam.
And how about Booker going high up for the dunk?
It's Powell on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Powell's He's got 5 minutes.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in.
Yes, sir. Oh, that time Booker doing it with the ball on a string, taking care of business with the handle.
Harden outside. Leonard sets a screen for Harden. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Looking now at some numbers for James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 16 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Leonard with the screen on dime. Offline with his 3. Suns trail by 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
LA's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Harden against Dunn. Zubats with the screen for Harden. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 14.
Just measuring that floater off perfectly. Harden so effective with that shot.
Booker outside. From deep three-point land. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Get ready for the...
When players look ahead, how much are they circling particular games on the calendar?
Well, I don't think this generation of players...
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Los Angeles Clippers.
As a team,
Thanks for spending half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Hey, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. We've got Allen. Bull out there with Lee. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Iguodala into the 5 down low.
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich really in attack mode here tonight.
And with this core of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Bogdanovich looking around. Batum sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Eubank. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Phoenix foul. Iguodala. First personal foul.
Clippers leading by 8. Outside Bogdanovich. Floats one. Good on the shot. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Nice floater, Bogdanovich. Some room. Got it off. He'll take it.
There's Beal with the 3. And that one is off. Stolen by Allen. From deep. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. They set the pick. Here's Dunn. Back to Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. Suns trail by 10. And up the court come the Suns on the break. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The Suns 5th.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Here's Bogdanovich, and he drops it in from the low post. Bogdanovich has got 6 in the quarter.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter of the game. It's the mark, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And Beal just pushing the action right there, picks up the call. That's aggressive.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Dunn, wide open, he fires, drains it from beyond the arc. Dunn's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, Beal. There's a screen. A 3-ball. Phoenix, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Done with it. Now Beal defending. Pass to Coffee. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Bowl, a screen on Dunn. And Beal kicks the ball. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. Over Bogdanovich. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's the screen. Floats one up. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up now for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 14-point game. The offensive rebound. Iguodala slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Suns have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. And the free throw, no good. Outside, Bogdanovich. He takes it in, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. A second chance effort. Jones against O'Neal. Oh, he misses the dunk. Suns trail by 8. To the paint, here's Richards, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Creating for others, that's when Kevin Durant just takes it to another level. He's such a great scorer, but working within the framework of the team that time.
Leonard with the screen on dunk. Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded. Yes, that goes in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Jones against Booker. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And there's the call on Durant.
Kevin Durant.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by Booker. Suns trail by 5. KD with it. Leonard picks him up. Durant against Leonard. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Takes it out to Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. In the paint, Kawhi gets it done.
And a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
To the middle, here's Richards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Jones with the stop.
The guy who's all about team, Zubats. Very unselfish.
Suns trail by 7. Booker looking around. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
And Booker coming through again. What a huge shot.
It's Powell on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. KD on the wing. He's covered by Leonard.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Zubats a screen on KD. Outside Leonard. Lets a floater go. Just 4 to shoot. Jones the pass to Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
Done with it. Leonard picks him up. Outside for Durant. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Richards passes to KD. Here's Leonard. Pass to Harden. 55 seconds left in the game. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8-14.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires from way outside. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Suns basketball.
So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they thank so much, David. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Alton.
Quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
And the Lakers starting five. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's James. And it's Doncic in at the one spot.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Doncic. James, a screen on Leonard. Out to James. No good on the triple. And they're on the run. And the dunk by Leonard.
And you can't afford to lose sight of Leonard in these situations. He's just so dangerous and assertive in transition.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Now here's Harden. Zubac with a screen on James. Harden, the pass to Zubac. Outside for Harden. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's really just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he catches it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Doncic. Last game, he had 28 points.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Outside for Harden. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Lakers. Last time, they met in Los Angeles.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Now here's Leonard, coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
And he also contributed a couple blocks, too. Just a glimpse at the impact he had on defense.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it in from the elbow, and the Clippers miss again.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Here's Doncic. And a nice finish on the layup. Doncic has got 5 now.
No stopping Luka there. He put some real force behind that drive.
Leonard with a screen on James. Outside Harden. On the take. Good on the shot. He's got 7. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Doncic. He's got 5. The shot by James, no good. Powell passes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
Doncic outside. That one drops. 3 for 6 now.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Hayes. Blocked. And he gets it back. Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Doncic. There's the 3. Counted from distance. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Powell, left side. Got it off in time. Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Great job.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Clippers on top, up 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's LeBron James. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Doncic in at the point. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Doncic. Pass to James. Back to Doncic. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Derek Jones.
Look, I know he runs the point, but boy, can Doncic go to work inside.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Lakers trail by 3. James, a screen on Jones. Jones against Doncic. Doncic punches it home.
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team, and he's doing it at a high level here.
Here's Harden. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Doncic on the wing, defended by Jones. Doncic feeling it out a bit. To the inside, Vanderbilt. Out to James. 4 on the clock. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Leonard against Vanderbilt. Powell outside. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Powell's got 5 points.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And here's Doncic. He's got 12. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Back to Harden. Takes the 3. They get it back. Here's Zubats. Puts up a 3. Can't hit that one. Lakers trail by 4.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
James deciding where to go with it. The Lakers with another miss.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Leonard. Outside Jones. 1:44 left to play in the half. Good D by Vanderbilt. The Lakers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Powell, a screen on James. And that 3 is knocked down by Kawhi.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
James, a screen on Jones. Here's Doncic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. James, a good look. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
LeBron ready to fire. Shot it with confidence there.
Harden against James. Harden, the pass to Jones. Got a piece of it. Here's Doncic. Nice move. Pass to Hayes. Inside. In transition. 2 on the clock. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been... All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Take a look at the Lakers. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, Well, as we check out the results of the first half for the Lakers, it's been neck and neck.
You can see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition.
And that's a wrap on it.
If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Patrick Mills out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then there's Nicholas Batum. Then it's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Clippers making a change here. Dunn's checked in.
Love the playmaking ability of Reeves. Looks to me like he improves this area of his game every season.
Here's Lynn, defended by Bogdanovic. Here's Lynn. Yep, that one goes. Lynn's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Bogdanovich against Hachimura. Pass to Lin. Batum with the defensive effort.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Sinks the tray. Bogdanovich has got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And I applaud Bogdanovich's effort level, working hard to make the most of a forced turnover.
Out to the right wing. Back to Reeves. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
You know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
There's the drive. Good on the bucket. And now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bogdanovich. Eubanks inside. No good with a layup. The Lakers lead by 4. There's 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Lin, and he dunks it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Puts the move on, and he lays it up and in. Len's got 8.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
There's a screen by Lin. Reeves, the pass to Lin. And he banks in the layup. Lin's got 10 points here in the second half.
They're really working the paint now.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Fires from deep. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Right side Reeves. Here's Lin with 1 on the clock. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Lakers ahead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. We've got LeBron James. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jarred Vanderbilt. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at center, locking down the middle. Shot clock at 3. Doncic delivers from range.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Leonard for 3. James with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Finney-Smith. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Doncic against Jones. Here's Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Out to Leonard. Over James for 3. Powell hits the trifecta.
That time you saw how Leonard surveyed the floor and found the guy with the best look.
Jones against Doncic. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
Good on the second one. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Doncic against Jones. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic, a screen on Powell. Outside Finney-Smith. Just 4 to shoot. And there's James from the arc. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Leonard with a screen on James. Harden with it. Hayes picks him up. Leonard outside.
2 minutes
from the arc. Matching him shot for shot. Kawhi.
You know, Leonard very effective from downtown. That wasn't always the case. He's really worked to become a laser from 3.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. Leonard on the wing. He's defended by Hayes. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And, yep, it's good. Now just a 4-point Laker lead.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Powell finds Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Vanderbilt. They get it back. Out to Powell. Jones, the pass to Leonard. Back to Jones. From deep. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. LeBron James is clutch. Not the first time he's done that, nor will it be the last.
Leonard passes to Zubac. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Hayes. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. James against Leonard. James goes in.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
James against Harden. so it's the Lakers with the W.
That's the
And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant.
Early in the NBA season, and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Doncic, and he makes that one.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
First team foul.
Here's Booker. And here's KD for 3. He's off on that one. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And he's good on the 3-ball.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
And there's one guy who rarely has an off night, Devin Booker.
He has been the model of consistent excellence, Kevin. This guy's so efficient, so productive, all about winning. I am not sure Devin Booker gets the credit he deserves for the level he's at every night.
Vanderbilt, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
You see the attention Luka draws. That's why his teammates get so many wide open looks.
And here's Booker. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Booker. He's got 6. Outside for KD. A 3-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot by LeBron, no good. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Puts up a deep 3. The shot by KD, no good. The Lakers in the lead. With the drive. No good from Finney-Smith.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
O'Neal outside. Shoots it. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 5. In the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Booker against James. Booker outside. They set the pick. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Finney-Smith in the post. Working on Booker. And LeBron James with the 3. James has got 5 points so far.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Pass to Dunn. High post, KD. Shot clock at 5. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
The answer from Kevin Durant, not having any of it.
Here's Doncic. The kick out to LeBron. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
The backcourt today. As good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
O'Neal a screen on James. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
They've got Dunn. O'Neal is out there with Durant. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Booker in at the 1. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Dunn. Takes it inside.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Kicks it out to James. James jackhammers it down.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of...
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Booker on the move. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
Vanderbilt the pass to Hayes. LeBron outside. And James throws it down.
One of those nights where opposing coaches just shake their head. LeBron has taken over.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Down by 12. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. In the corner, it's James. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And it's off from three-point range. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 for the floor here in the second quarter.
Instinctual playmaker. Booker very crafty in distributing to his teammates.
Hayes kicks it out to James. James connects from deep. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Inside, here's Hayes. Good, and the assist goes to James. And now a 12-point Laker lead.
And of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many, his greatest may be his unselfishness.
Outside for KD. Over James. Durant's shot is good. KD's got 5.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Doncic with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Minnesota.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Here's James. Phoenix grabs the miss. Dunn, wide open, he fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
That's a high percentage look for Luka Doncic. He is a menace if he gets that deep.
LeBron against Booker. Launches from deep. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's LeBron, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now let's catch up with Dave. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games.
You take a look at the Lakers, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Lakers. That is more than enough of us. Let's sit.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Los Angeles leading by 9. So for the Lakers right now, Rui Hachimura out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Austin Reed. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Reeves. Pass to Goodwin. Takes it off the glass. Goodwin's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Bol setting the pick for Beal. Driving to the basket. Can't hit from in close.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Len. Out to the right wing. Hachimura against Bol. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Hachimura's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The shot by Beal, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Kleber. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And checking out some numbers for Beal. Last year, getting it done. He averaged 18 points a game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
In the corner, it's Kleba. Reeves, the pass to Goodwin. Back to Reeves. Kleba sets the screen for Reeves. Count it. Reeves has got his first points of the night.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's Allen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a three-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players, but with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects, and about 3/4 of the tradable picks hoarded by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
2 minutes. Exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Bull, a screen on Reeves. Beal can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. 1:39 left in the third quarter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hachimura's got 4 points in the quarter. Reeves against Beal. For 3. Len grabs the board.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Len. And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Phoenix on defense. 15-point game.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
51 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Lee outside. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Lee's got 6 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now Reeves. 9 points in the game so far. Down low, Kleba. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Beal. Here's the teardrop. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Kleba. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shot. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this week?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Royce O'Neal is out there with Durant. Then there's Dunn. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Richards in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. James against KD. Up top, Finney Smith. 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you love to see Finney Smith look to score it inside. He's got length and athleticism.
Dorian Finney-Smith, 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Suns trail by 15. Now here's Booker. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to James. And the 3 ball is good. LeBron's got 20 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Dunn uses the glass to finish the layup.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Dunn against Doncic. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Good work there as it goes.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Durant against Vanderbilt. Shoots the 3. KD's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Doncic against Dunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
Dunn misses.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Kicks it out to James. Vanderbilt inside. O'Neal's there. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
For 3, Booker. Lakers with the rebound. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Finney Smith on the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's big-time shooting ability right there, folks.
Durant against Vanderbilt. To stop the run, and Durant lays it in.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Lakers leading by 22. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Doncic looking it over. And finished off by LeBron.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
6 to shoot from deep. James. O'Neal with the rebound. And here's Phoenix. And then Durant with the jam. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. The rebound by Richards. Down against Doncic. Shoots from the right block, and it's Phoenix scoring again. And here is Doncic. LeBron outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Over KD. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
Sports. Here with and now the Los Angeles starters. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at small forward. And for Phoenix, Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the two-guard spot. So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Back to Harden. Leonard outside. Right at the free throw line. Yes, on the jumper.
Yeah, Kawhi, a master of the mid-range. For most, it's not efficient, but for him, it's cash money.
For three, Booker. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Durant. Just 5 to shoot. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that was a good read from Leonard, noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Jones against Booker. The kick to Durant. Into the lane. And Durant with the big finish.
This is how terrifying Durant can be on the drive, using those long strides and then taking flight.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Here's Durant, following the score by the Clippers. Fires the three, and the Suns get another three.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace, so we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, BA.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's the three. Booker no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Leonard looking around. Zubac finds Leonard. Back to Zubac. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Zubac has got 6 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Booker with the jam.
Boy, Booker has so many ways to beat you on that offensive end.
And here are the Clippers now, trailing by 2. Now here's Harden, defended by Dunn. Jones sets a screen. Leonard against Durant. Out to Powell. Oh, they pick off the pass. O'Neal with it, picked up by Powell. Richards inside, working on Jones. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here are the Suns now. Outside Booker. Richards, high post. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Durant, the pass to O'Neal. Durant with a screen on Powell. Here's O'Neal. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Powell outside. Zubac with a screen on Booker. Here's Powell. Outside for Harden. Zubac, screen. Powell for 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Here's Durant. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Phoenix shooting their first free throw tonight. Eight seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Leonard attacking. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court, and it's Jones in at the 3. Leonard for 3, and it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. Dunn, the pass to Booker. Here's Richards, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Continuing to get better at facilitating Booker with a dime.
Clippers trail by 5. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
Here's Booker. Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker still good.
Ooh, Booker showing some power.
Outside Harden. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Good work defensively by Richards.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Dunn left side. Leonard against Durant. Over Leonard. And another basket for Phoenix.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. There's the triple. Booker no good. Clippers trail by 7. Three-pointer, Harden. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball.
Durant with a screen on Jones. Booker, the pass to Durant. Oh, KD! Filthy!
The defense expects Booker to find his own shot, but he gives it away off that pick and roll.
Here's Harden. Out to Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Durant. Leonard with the ball. Richards picks him up. Clock at 6. Right side Jones. Here's Zubac. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Dunn outside. Outside Durant. RJ just playing at a faster pace. Work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Booker. 4-3. Kept alive. Here's Richards. Pass to O'Neal. Durant looking around. 5 to shoot. Another shot. That doesn't go either for Durant.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Now here's Harden. Defense is right there. And the bucket is good.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Booker against Jones. Outside Booker. Durant for 3. Durant with another miss. Here are the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Richards. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Harden into the lane, and Harden with the slam.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
James Harden, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
You know, for the Suns, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And as for our game here, we have to talk about James Harden. That was quite a first-half performance. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second-half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Damian Lee out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Iguodaro in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Bol, the pass to Allen. Bol, a screen on Bogdanovich. For three, Allen connects from downtown.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Bogdanovich with it. And he drives in. Pass to Eubanks. Back to Bogdanovich. Eubanks with it. Uses the glass on the layup. Eubanks, he's got his second basket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Bogdanovich against Allen. Here he goes, and it's Allen who slams it home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Bogdanovich into the lane. Eubanks, the pass to Dunn. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bogdanovich.
Phoenix foul. Damian Lee. First personal foul. First team foul.
Batum with a screen on Allen. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich from long range. Bol grabs the board.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Iguodala. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Bogdanovich. And he gets that one. Bogdanovich has gotten his first points in this one.
You like seeing Bogdanovich get it done inside. An opportunistic scorer around the rim.
Down low. Here's Iguodala. And a strong finish with two hands.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Coffey. And there's the screen. Coffey on the wing. The three. He can't get it to go. The Suns have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Outside Bol.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third quarter here. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. That sends Bol to the free throw line. That's going to go on Drew Eubanks. And that one misses. Clippers trail by 3. Dunn outside. Eubanks in the high post. Back to Dunn. With the teardrop. Rejected by Bol. Dunn outside. Shoots over Beal. Dunn's shot is good. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Beal outside. To the paint. Bol. Now here's Beal. No points yet. The three is up. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Lee.
LA foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Suns.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Bogdanovich from long range. And the three-pointer goes. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is why Bogdanovich is a vital cog in this offense. It's his ability to stretch the floor like that.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team. And now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Lee, guarded by Batum. From behind the arc. Lee misses. Here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. He gets it up. Trying to get that one to fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Here's Harden. Here's Zubac. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. And the Clippers lead by 3.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Durant with a screen on Jones. Outside Durant. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Harden. 3-pointer. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dunn outside. Durant with a screen on Harden. The kick to Durant. Shot clock at 5. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway, and look, he paid the price.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul.
Kevin Durant.
That's his first foul of the game.
Foul. Second team foul.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Out to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Harden, the pass to Powell. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
And it's Harden again missing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Booker from the inbound. Well, Grant, if we talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Booker looking around to tie it up. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Harden, defended by Dunn. Leonard outside. Outside for Harden. Clock at 4. Lets the 3 fly. Second chance effort. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
For three, Durant. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Powell, a screen on Durant. Powell outside. Back to Leonard. Now Jones. The three ball. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one.
And it's not always Leonard's forte, but he's really developed a solid passing game.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Phoenix making a switch here. Bowles checked in. Three-pointer, Harden. Good! Another from three.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season. Unbelievable.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Durant for three. He connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Along with Hall of Fame talent, KD is just clutch.
Leonard outside. To the middle. Here's Powell. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Durant. Booker for three. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Now Harden. So the Clippers win it. They played the film. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson.
Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
And the Clippers starting five. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the three. Now Leonard. James Harden missing on the three. Leonard inside. Here's Zubac. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Zubac has got his team on the board to start the game for the Clippers. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front of the center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here is Doncic. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Doncic dishes to LeBron. Finney Smith passes to LeBron. 4 on the clock. To the middle. Hayes. And a rejection by Zubac.
Smart defender. Zubac understands how to position himself to come up with blocks.
The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Zubac with the screen for Harden. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 5.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here's Doncic. Last game he had 28 points. And he converts the layup.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for
it. James against Harden. Zubac, a screen on LeBron. Teardrop shot. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James in full speed right there. What size and skill coming down the lane.
And the basket by Harden.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Vanderbilt. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
LeBron against Harden. And the rejection by LeBron.
What a denial. LeBron attacking that shot with pinpoint accuracy.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Lakers shooting their first free throw tonight. And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight. What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
Here's Harden. LeBron with the block. LeBron James on the wing. And finished off by LeBron.
Not the first, certainly not the last time we see this. LeBron finding airspace.
Leonard the pass to Harden. To halt the run. It's not going to go for him. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game a loss to the Nuggets. Doncic feeling it out. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. From deep three-point land. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Harden against LeBron. Zubac, a screen on LeBron. Harden outside. High, arcing shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jones, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Doesn't get any easier for Zubac. He'll take those anytime he gets it.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Jones. Here's Doncic. And it's Hayes in the corner. Back to Doncic. To the paint. Powell with the steal. Oh, he got it to go.
Bam.
Whoa, that's some range right there, guys. The prayer is answered.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've managed to force turnovers with their energy and effort defensively, and it's led to some easy offense.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. He's out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
Brent, I've always thought the stoic demeanor of Kawhi Leonard was very imposing for an opponent.
Well, there's just no rattling, right, Kevin? How many times have you seen Kawhi Leonard get outside of himself, react to a call, become emotional? Now, as a teammate, you have to have an understanding that he might not motivate you in that way, but certainly as an opponent, it's intimidating. I remember playing against John Stockton and Karl Malone much in the same way. Emotionless, relentless. That's sometimes intimidating for an opponent.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. And here are the Clippers now after the basket by the Lakers. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second.
Here's Harden. 7 points in the game. Zubac with the screen for Harden. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Harden kicks to Leonard. Zubac, a screen on LeBron. Leonard against LeBron. Fires for 3. And it's Luka with the rebound.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Jones. Still yet to score. Harden looking it over. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. And you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenals. It's been fun to watch, man. And I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And James is so unpredictable in the pick and roll because he can do anything he wants to do. You're at his mercy.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Doncic against Powell. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers leading by 7. Doncic outside. There's the pick. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Doncic knocks in the three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Zubac with the screen for Harden. 56 seconds left in the first half, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Doncic steps on the gas, and Doncic throws it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Now, Doncic. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt. Here's Finney Smith, defended by Jones. Finney Smith in the post. Working on Jones. James connects from deep.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Harden outside. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 50. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing... One team is driving and the other, well, they're just being driven.
Rough road ahead, Artie. Check your tires.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Lakers.
I think they've been smart.
And that is it for halftime.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Drew Eubanks out there with Batum. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Dunn. And it's Coffey in at the three. Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich does those things that go underappreciated on the stat sheet, but much appreciated by the coaching staff. Such a valuable player. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Reeves against Dunn. And the dunk by Len.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
A three from Bogdanovich. Buries the long-range jumper. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter.
Bogdanovich has such a nice, repeatable motion on his perimeter game. Beautiful three ball there.
Len with a screen on Dunn. Reeves against Dunn. Reeves the pass to Len. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Len's got his second bucket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Here's Reeves after the Clippers pick up 2. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Reeves has got his first 2 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Batum sets a screen for Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And Bogdanovich doing a great job of separating from the screen.
Lakers leading by 12. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Reeves. And the layup's good off the glass. Reeves has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans, putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you.
And Bogdanovich has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop-and-start deal for him. But when he's feeling good, and he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Clippers with the ball. Eubanks finds Bogdanovich. Driving in. Lays it up off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 11 points here in just the second half. On the wing, Reeves. Dunn covering. Reeves outside. Len sets a screen for Reeves. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Bogdanovich, Kleba with the rebound. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Lakers. A 12-point game. Pass to Len. And here is Hachimura. Dunn covering. Hachimura no good. Clippers trail by 12. 54 seconds left in the third. And he banks in the layup.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Done against Reeves. Eubanks grabs the miss. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. This is his third trip to the free throw line. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Bogdanovich up top. He's got 12. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And let's take a listen now to Coach.
Hey, we okay? Just one basket at a time, all right?
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Hachimura out there with Maxi Kleba. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Goodwin. And it's Reeves in at the points. That's the Laker 5. Pass to Goodwin. To the inside. Len. And the dunk by Len.
Yeah, you're not going to fool around much on the interior, especially if you're Alex Len that big, that close. Easy bucket.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. Back to Harden. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jones for 3. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Powell. Jones with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Leonard with a screen on Doncic. And here's Harden for three.
Tough to hit that shot when the lead is all over you like that.
Pass to Hayes. And Jones over to help. Hayes with it. Vanderbilt with it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Clippers ball.
Clippers trail by 13. Harden outside. Leonard with a screen on James. Here's Harden. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Just simply creating offense. That's what James Harden is. He is the system.
Here's Doncic.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic with a screen on Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Hayes. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Harden with the drive. Vanderbilt with the block. Here's Hayes. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
Just throughout his career, LeBron James, we've been marveling at his passing skills. So special. It makes everybody better.
Hayes, no good on the free throw. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Finney-Smith passes to Vanderbilt. Jones against Doncic. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. It's tipped. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Harden against LeBron. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Powell. Powell against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. And both free throws good for James Harden. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. LeBron passes to Doncic. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Lakers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Leonard with a screen on LeBron. Leonard kicks to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Leonard sets a screen for Harden.
James Harden.
Doncic fires from way outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so the Lakers take pride, David. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony.
It's the NBA on two. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Nick Richards out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's done in a shooting guard. And for the Lakers, they've got Luka Doncic. Jackson Hayes is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. The 3, Durant. It's Hayes with the rebound. James against Booker. Shots blocked. In transition, here come the Suns. Dunn with it. Now Doncic defending. The shot by Dunn, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt. And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the 3 off target. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Booker uses the glass to finish the layup.
The easy money there for Booker. Can't let him get this close with the ball.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Here's Booker, following the score by the Lakers. And Booker with the jam.
What a finish. Love to see that kind of explosiveness from Booker.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
And he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance tough looks. At least that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. That gives him the lead. Booker's got 6 points.
A silky mid-range jumper by Booker, attacking without any hesitation.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
And here's Booker. 6 points for him. The 3. He drops it from range. 9 points in the game.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Now here's Doncic. Out to James. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. Booker goes in. Pass to Bol. Back to Booker. The Lakers with a rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Putting those passing skills to work. LeBron, truly a gifted passer.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Suns. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
In attack mode. We've seen this from James now for what, 2 decades?
James against Booker. The 3. Offensive board. It's deflected. And stolen by Booker. Pass to Bull. Some solid defense from Hayes. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And it's James with the jam.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
And here's Richards. The ball's knocked loose. Doncic outside. Out to James. And that concludes the first quarter play. It's Los Angeles up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Bull out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's done in at the 2-guard spot. Durant against Vanderbilt. Just 5 on the clock. Count it.
Obviously, the defense has its eyes on Durant with the ball, so he cleverly uses the pick and roll to create some space.
Now here's Doncic. He's closely guarded. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points. Tied for 4th most in NBA history, Club.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Now here's Doncic, defended by Dunn. Out to James. Hayes with a screen on Durant. And there's James from the arc. He buries it from 3. James has got 10.
Not the guy you want to give three-point opportunities to. LeBron doesn't hesitate to take these shots and knock them down.
Pass to Dunn. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Booker, no good. Los Angeles leading by 8. From deep, here's Doncic. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka gonna cook you.
Booker surveying the floor. Bull up top. To halt the run. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Hayes. Doncic outside. Yes! He still got it! LeBron!
How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game. Put up big scoring numbers.
Britt, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
2 minutes remaining in the first
Booker
half.
pass to Bull.
2 minutes.
It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Last time they met was right here, and they were able to come out with a win.
Thanks to their stellar defensive intensity, they registered a ton of stops in that one.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Bull, a screen on Vanderbilt. For 3, Durant. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Doncic passes to James. Kicks it to Doncic. From 15 feet away, and it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Booker against James. Now here's Booker. He's covered closely. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Booker's got 11 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Doncic is doubled. Finney Smith with it. Now guarded by Booker. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Vanderbilt to pass to Hayes. Six on the shot clock. Here's James.
Excellent coverage from Durant, able to guard multiple positions due to his size, athleticism, and length.
Pass to Richards. Dunn outside. Richards with a screen. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Los Angeles shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Team foul.
The free throw dropped for Vanderbilt.
At the line for Los Angeles, Jared Vanderbilt.
He's perfect from the line this time. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. Cole, a screen on James. Booker for 3, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ending the quarter up 10. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break.
Hello and welcome, and what a first half for cool.
You can tell Luka has a great mind for the game. Sees all the holes in the defense. Knows just how to exploit them, too.
You know what? It's like...
Okay, so now, let's... Thanks, as always, for watching.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Rui Hachimura is out there with Maxi Kleba. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. That's the Laker 5.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Greg.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Suns trail by 8. Here's Lee. And there's the drive. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. 5th on the list, Los Angeles.
And if you have to ask what's the name of the game, well, it's all about ball movement for them. They love to share the rock. And we all know that assists are a great indicator of how well the team is executing.
Allen outside. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. An easy 2 on the layup. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Pass to Reeves. Basket counts. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Yeah, I tell you what, when Reeves is focused in, I mean, he's tremendous.
O'Neal with it. Over to the left wing.
Laker foul, Alex Leonard. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The Lakers on D. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
On the wing, Reeves. Allen defending. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Lakers now. They lead by 7. Hachimura, the pass to Goodwin. Clock at 6. Inside, Reeves lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Reeves has got 6 here in the quarter.
You know, so far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Ryan, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Beal against Reeves. Beal surveying the D. There's a screen. Shot is up. Another one falls for Phoenix.
I mean, capable of playing either guard position, Beal is especially difficult to contain in pick and rolls.
Reeves, the pass to Goodwin. Now Hachimura. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Nice job by Hachimura. He is so good below the foul line.
Beal, the pass to Lee. Back to Beal. And stolen by Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Takes it inside. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hachimura shifty off the drive there.
Reeves against Beal. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the night here.
What I admire about Beal is his work ethic, his desire to keep improving year after year.
Hachimura outside. Launches it. The rebound by Allen. The pull-up jumper hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
That's his first personal
Fourth
foul.
quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Bol. He's out there with Nick Richards. Kevin Durant is out there with Devin Booker. And it's done in at the shooting guard position. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
Screen by Durant. Fires the three. LeBron with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 10. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And James throws it down.
LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Booker can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Vanderbilt. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. It's a 14-point game. Durant against Vanderbilt. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith.
Well, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
James deciding where to go with it. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. And finished off by Bol.
Does he even have to jump? Bol is a long guy.
Los Angeles leading by 10. James with the ball. Done in his pocket. And here's Doncic outside. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
Yeah, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Fires in the triple.
Oh, that was quick. Booker getting those 3 points back easily.
The Lakers have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Rejected by Bol. Outside Durant. Over Finney-Smith. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Booker keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Richards has got his first 2 points of the night.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. Outside Vanderbilt. Driving in. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got his 7th assist here tonight. For 3, Booker. It's Hayes with the rebound. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
James passes to Doncic. Back to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Hayes finds Doncic. Out to James. Off target with the 3. Here's Phoenix. Down by 12.
Durant commands so much attention. Part of the reason why he had a wide open teammate there.
34 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Vanderbilt. Nice move. Rejected by Bowl.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Richards with it. Hayes picks him up. Dunn outside. Hole, a screen on Doncic.
Assist from Dunn.
So we see the Lakers get the win here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill.